I'd like to turn my attention to Big Papa Horny for returning to the kingdom, to Pāti Māori. Whose is this Nan? Whoever's Nan this is, you're the bomb auntie. That's like Angi Tu Pere Wihongi mixed with the greatest nanny alive. Kere girl. And of course, I see over there Auntie Mal. Hope it all went well. Oh, Big Papa on and Auntie Deb. Good to see you, Auntie Deb. Auntie Deb, remember when you called for Maria Meno to leave, or you will leave? Does that still stand? Or nah, change of heart?
One speaker said Parliament is known as the Lion's Den.
Engari mehe pono ana tātou ki a tātou, ko wai te rai ona, e ngau ana i a Maria Meno. Ko wai te rai ona, e ngau ana i a tākuta. Kamutu ko wai te rai ona, e ngau ana i takutua hine i a Orini.
Ko wai te tūtai e drink coffee with kids.
Down if there's a good reason to stand down. If it's a reason that a few people don't like me, that doesn't cut the mustard.
Hey, Johnny boy, when in your bloody life have you ever cut mustard, mate? Mustard on a beat, hope. Honestly, JT, this is like a bloody circus. What are we dealing with here?
And what you're dealing with here, e te iwi, is people who are master character assassins. That's what they are. Master character assassins. And this is how they do it. They get together, little 3 or 4 of them, and they invent a story. Okay? They invent a story. Make one up. It's fiction. It's not real. They invent the story. And they all get it together and they agree it, right? So there's 3 or 4 of them. They all know what the detail is of their invented story. And then they go out and they spread that story around a little bit wider group. Okay, so the 3 or 4 turn into 10 or 12. Then you've got 10 or 12 people running this invented story. Then they get themselves into a formal forum, okay, in a meeting or something. And they start talking about this invented story. And because they've told 10 or 12 other people, then other people start to validate the invented story, you know. And this is how they do it. So this narrative starts to grow around this invented story. Then they'll get into a hui, and they'll make some accusations about the invented story. And then someone will say, yeah, I heard that. No, yeah, that's true. And all of a sudden you got accusations and validation of the invented story. This is literally what they do and how they do it at Te Whānau. Then they'll move to another meeting where they're formalising it by making a motion or a resolution. You know, then they'll produce a fact sheet of all this detail about the invented story and how true it is. Then they'll leak that out to the media so that everyone starts talking about it. And this is what they did to the Kapakingis. This is what they did to Meno.
All right, Kazi Tākoots, I'm really starting to like you, bloke, even though we didn't end up catching up for a munch today. I know you're a busy man, but I'm with you. I believe Auntie Deb here used me Kazi Cole myself to push that narrative out, brother. I'm with you. I truthfully do believe you, cuz they use myself, Shubz, to push a narrative against Maria Meno. So Maria Meno, I am sorry for that narrative. Now, will we see receipts to prove otherwise? I don't know. But I'm actually starting to believe what you are saying. And when I had the meeting with Eru, he did say there was no overspent, for sure. And we still haven't seen these bloody security guards that he allegedly assaulted. So, Eru too, Kazi, for the old pushing of that narrative that I was given by Auntie Deb herself. Aroha mai, cuz. Auntie, aroha mai.
Is there a future whereby Maria Meno and Tākuta could be back in the party permanently?
Well, that's an issue of trust, and it's been so badly broken that that's a very difficult issue.
Oh my, I never thought I would see the day that John Tamahere would bring up the word trust being broken. What about the trust that the people have put in you with money, with land, with their future? What about that trust, Johnny boy? Why don't you just move on over? Give Auntie here a patch, Prezi patch, Tākoots, bring him back. See you later, Johnny boy. Time is up.
Would you be willing to allow them back if that's what the party wanted?
Well, the party doesn't want that.
Johnny boy, I don't know what you've been sniffing, but what party are you talking about? You auntie set up Debs and your son-in-law? Is that the party you're talking about? Because if you're talking about the party meaning the rest of the people, as well as the execs, I think they do want their brother. From what I've heard, they definitely don't want you around no more, buddy boy. I wonder if your son-in-law's got any nuts to tell ya. Hey, Daddykins, swing that dictatorship out of here, baby. It's time.
With all eyes on Te Pāti Māori, many say it distracts from the government.
Ko tahi no te hoariri kei waho, ia tātou. Kare tare a te media te whakatika. Kare tare a ngā kōti te whakatika.
Oh, there, Jordan Rawiri. We only have one enemy. The government, he says. The same government you're a part of.
Kia ora Rawiri. Tell him he's a ball head out. Hey, oh, bloody ball. Rawiri. Kia ora Rawiri. Tell him he's a ball head out. Hey, oh, bloody ball.
You talk about the numbers, but the numbers that will matter are those at the election. And if you don't allow those two MPs back in the party, do you risk losing support of Māori?
How do you know that?
I'm asking you if you're worried about it. We won't know until the day, but are you worried about that?
We've got time on our side.
Good old father time, eh? Got a bit of time, do you, Johnny boy? In other news, and speaking of elections, Costa did have a couple of claims that he told Hipkins and Mitchell about the McSkimming investigations.
Chris Hipkins said last week, quote, "Nothing was ever raised about any of this during my time as Police Minister or Prime Minister or during the vetting process for the Deputy Commissioner role."
I don't know what he means when he says none of this, but I told him that Jevon had told me that he had an affair, that it was with a much younger woman, that it went badly wrong, and that email allegations were now flying as a result of it.
Can you prove it?
No. No, it's simply my account. I know when and where it happened, but I can't prove it.
Where did it happen?
When we were travelling together in the South Island, we did a tour around Kaikoura and other areas in July 2022. As we were travelling, sitting in the back of the car together, I gave him that briefing. It was a casual conversation. It wasn't a formal thing, but it did happen.
But you can't prove it. You didn't take notes.
No, I didn't. And one of my big reflections from all of this is keeping better records than I kept. I wrongly assumed that people wouldn't run for the hills when something like this happens. That was naive, and clearly I should have done this much more formally.
You talking about this here, Cree? Not Cree.
So why would Chris Hipkins deny knowing anything? And why would Mark Mitchell say he only found out on November 6th, if indeed you'd briefed him much earlier?
You would have to ask them.
You must have, yeah.
Well, all I can say is no one wants to be close to this. This is really nasty and toxic, and frankly, who would want to acknowledge being anywhere near it at any stage?
Can you prove it, the Mark Mitchell stuff?
Well, no, I can't. It was an informal briefing.
So no receipts, Mr. Costa, but because you are a man of faith, there is some integrity there, right? And you wouldn't be leading the people down the garden path. You wouldn't be leading us astray, would ya, Mr. Costa? Mr. Cousin of Jacinda Ardern. What do you think National's next move is? Do they sacrifice the knights on the chessboard, old Mitchy Mitch, the dog handler? Just to keep the king on the chessboard, Mr. I got bills, I gotta pay, but I got no seconds while my wife went somewhere else for a slave. Not looking too good for the Labour leader. If you're National, you'd probably go after this bloke, the opposition leader, just to bolster your own position. Thank you anyway for sharing your time and watching this video all the way to this point. I really appreciate it, and I just want to take my time to thank my sponsors. Oh wait, shit. No, just kidding. You are still my sponsors. Those who put money in my PayPal here and my Pay ID, which is the same. If you do live in Australia or you have an Australian account, you can do that too. And anybody that watches videos all the way through, likes, shares, comments, even the haters, use all my sponsors. Anybody that gifts on any of my content, subscribes, use are all the people that support me. Thank you. My favorite reason to put this up is because the haters hate it. Shubz, you're bloody grifting, blah, blah, blah. Just because I put it up doesn't mean anyone's going to put anything in. But if people do, grateful. If they just watch, grateful as. the fact is, I don't have the money that mainstream media does to do what I do. And it takes time, energy, effort, and money to do all of this stuff, right? Thank yous for supporting that. Thank you, haters, for sharing this out to your friends, being angry, because that helps me too, or writing your hate comments. Keep going, love. And if I do get assassinated and there's money in there, well, shout out to you, you're supporting me, kids. They can go and give it to somebody else or give it to a charity or something, eh?